Please smoke responsibly.
After Dust is recorded live on Thursday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern at Twitch. The link will be in the description. Come join us for the live chat.
We're live after Dust live session 20.
20, yes.
My name is Tommie. I play Throven. Joining me is Mike, plays Vrask, and of course Matt, who plays the Fallen.
I played Vrask, the awesome barbarian who died.
Played the awesome barbarian. Guys, this has been really emotional. I woke up like in the middle of the night, and it felt like, I swear to you, it felt like I lost a friend. It felt like, Vrask dying. It was almost like it felt like, like Vrask was a friend of mine.
Oh yeah,
I know. Craig's gonna be. I want to see Craig's reaction. I can't wait.
Yeah. It really cut me deep. It's like, my God, the bond that we had developed and what we created with those two, which coincidentally, which is funny. Because we're waiting towards the end because we want to talk about the battle and then we want to do some other stuff. But towards the end, I want to talk about the different dynamic between Throve and this new guy because I can see some stuff. Like, wow, this is gonna be very interesting.
For sure.
Yeah.
So in that battle, what could we have done differently? As a group,
like I know. Well, as a group, I think. A couple, like, we should have been using the magic items we've been having. Like, I know some, like, Vrask definitely should have been using this stuff.
I mean, you had the flowers you could have used, which I took them off your body, so that's cool.
That's cool.
The flowers could have been used. That could have been nice. Your character. Go ahead.
Well, not just the flowers, but there's a lot of magic items that we've gotten that we really haven't utilized. I mean, we get a lot of really cool stuff, and I don't know if we're playing really conservative or we're not writing it down, not divvying them up. I write them down, but I never add them to my characters.
Okay. Well, I write the ones down, and I ask if I want something, I'll take it because it's a community thing.
Yeah. Same thing. If something I'll take. Yeah.
So again, if someone doesn't ask for something, then that's their fault.
I'm not blaming any.
Yeah. No.
It's something that we should really start doing.
I guess. My argument is this: number one, we're a pool that we trust each other. Mm-hmm. So it was like, who carries what or whatever else. But if you're not interested in the item. I mean, if you're not interested in some of the items, like for instance, I do want to know who had the smoke lamp.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
That's one of the things.
I thought that maybe you would have it, Vrask, because this lamp with smoke. I thought that'd be something that you would just have. But I don't know who even has that.
Well, that's the problem. We got all this loot. We made sure we wrote it all down, but then we just didn't apply it to our characters and stuff. And so we still have a huge amount of stuff, but it's still with like.
I understand that. Yeah, but I mean,
that's what we were. We were unorganized that fight.
But to me, if I see something in the pool, I'll take it. I said, "Hey guys, I'm taking this," and Mike. And Mike has done that too.
When
I'm taking that.
Yeah. When it's something that's magical or magical based.
Yeah. I mean, for me, it's like I got everything I need. The other things are like the smoke lamps. I know what I'm doing with the flowers.
The ever smoking bottle, I think, on that one would have been handy. I mean, we were able to. It basically wasted around on our end, because we had to cast the darkness. So and I don't think that was a free action. I think it was actually a round taking kind of.
See, but I don't mind. Like I said before, my job is that there's a wizard. You want the wizard to get rid of the spell magic because he probably has the spell magic. So you should have him to cast darkness. It's a special ability. It doesn't waste any. It doesn't really matter. It just for us to try to take that time to give thought. He's not casting anything down on us. Mm-hmm. He has to dispel. My next thing, what I wanted to do was whoever had the lamp, take up the smoke and just throw it over there. Mm-hmm. Because then I did ask about it, then that would give us even more time to deal with whatever else we're doing. It would be a bunch of smoke around.
I mean, God, that was my favorite fucking moment. Was Throvin just? And I loved how you're like Throvin just yelled like, "Go for the wizard! You gotta take out the wizard!"
Yeah, go for. I mean, I don't be fucking with the people. Don't be throwing like. God damn it! Why in the fuck are you throwing? Why in the fuck are you throwing these fire pods? Doing this? Fuck with that wizard, man. Come on. You guys are long distance people.
Take out that wizard.
Take out that wizard. Yeah, So keep that fucking wizard busy.
I fucking love that, man. That was my favorite.
And I mean, everyone could do something different. Maybe I can help Vrask a little bit more. But
I know Pip could have done stuff.
Yeah,
different.
I mean,
part of that though is player inexperience. This is the first wizard I ever played, and in all actuality, some of the spells that I used for 2 rounds. I mean, I wasted 2 rounds straight up. One, even though we didn't know at the time that he was undead. Just the fact that casting some things that rely on will saves against a wizard who's going to have a high will save,
difficult.
I really should have known that. Going forward, I know that.
I mean,
now.
I would. You know what? If you want me to point stuff out to you, because I've never really did.
That's what
if you want me to say like, I know you gave me that permission, but if you would have said like, hey, I would have done this, I would say, Mike. Pip would know that good guy's a wizard and be just as smart.
Well,
as you.
just like I said, man, Pip's got an intelligence of 20. The player doesn't. So,
but to make it make sense, I can see Pip using that twice because him showing that other wizards have always looked down upon him, and I'm going to just kill you in one shot. I can see that, so I can make sense of that. That's just Pip being arrogant.
Mm-hmm. Oh no, I agree. We're looking at what could we have done differently.
So I mean, anything to get the caster, like knowing that he may get attacked because when he's a caster, you automatically know he has a D4.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, summon monster, or get someone over there, which we started doing. Yeah, I mean that would have been one thing.
I just started thinking about this, but man. Vrask definitely. If I would have just held off on the holding loan, had a little bit more of a fucking leveled head. But man, no, immediately as soon as we get in there, I raged. Yeah, I raged while
I almost told you, which was funny. I almost suggested that you just go in with your sword because your sword does more damage. You can do more damage with your sword at that point.
And I'm not raging, I'm in the fucking. I'm in the movement. We can strategize.
Well, you're not raging, but you're doing 2d6 instead of like.
I'm agreeing with you. Like I absolutely should have. Like damn.
And you only got 2 attacks, but still, you'd be doing like fuck it. You'd be able to.
I'm slashing damage.
So I was bashing and slashing. I know. I mean, it's something that Makar was in a tough bind, but again, of just doing damage.
I love that. I love that whole thing. Like, I got to focus on healing the other ones and shit.
I mean, obviously,
I can't use all my healing on you.
I can't use all my healing on him. What the?
I know, but it's
just, I mean, but I get
healed up more.
Throvin gets annoyed with Makar because Makar is just like
what's his name? Like him.
He's just like
I can feel it in game.
Brock. Just like Brock. But
getting
Brock
in a position that you shouldn't be in. Getting in a position that you shouldn't be in, getting yourself like into a bind, being too close or something.
Just like Brock, going, getting hit and getting down, putting himself in these situations like, why are you running that way for? Why are you running towards the battle? Why does that make sense to you? And then he gets hit and it's like, heal me. Like, man, fuck you. Man, I saw how you fought.
There? Yeah.
Why you do stuff like that?
Like
slow
honestly,
down.
Man, I gotta give credit for Tim. Like that was fucking awesome. Like I know we were talking about how Throvin jumped all over across that fucking little thing of water, but Makar did that shit first, and that was cool as fuck, dude. Like man, I love that shit. He's just fighting. He's in survival mode right now.
Yeah, survival mode. Yeah.
God damn.
Jump into the mouth of madness. He said, "Fuck it, I'm gonna die in black tentacles."
Yeah.
That's what happened. I don't know what you're talking about. Like, I mean,
I was afraid I was afraid we were gonna die.
I mean, it was funny because when he jumped, I'm saying this motherfucker's jumping. I mean, when he jumped, I go like, this motherfucker's jumping black tentacles. I said, you know what? Fuck it, I ain't gonna say anything. I said, fuck it. we may have to rewind back, whatever. But then the guy was like running toward him and go say, you know what? Hey guys, check this out. I don't know if you want to know this, but you guys jumped in black tentacles. Because at that point, I realized that he gonna get dead. He gonna be dead. Like, oh, okay, fine. I mentioned black tentacles. Sorry, Jim. I know.
Oh, it ain't your fault, man. I should have been more. And again, player and experience, I should have been more aware of.
Yeah, I mean, even that first part. I guess that even that first part when you said how you centered it, and you centered black tentacles. First, you weren't going to include the wizard. It was like, no, man, you got to cut that wizard off. So I would have centered it to a point where the wizard couldn't go anywhere without black tentacles.
Yeah, he was very that's another hindsight kind of thing that I said, man, because if it would have been a constant, struggle for him, and the DC on that is pretty high. So, but he broke out of it first round though, or second round, because it did hit him, but he broke out of it and was able to take a step back.
Yeah.
But if it would have been more difficult to enact that may have made a difference in the fight.
Man, I love this.
So it's like at this point.
I absolutely love this. So it's like, man, it feels so real. It's like, man, we made mistakes. Fucking Vrask is dead. And like, we could have lost more characters, man. I mean, it's just fucking, we didn't prepare. And this is what happens when you don't
a little bit overconfident.
Kind of yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Too much overconfidence.
Yeah. I mean, again, I know you guys are right. We should go ahead and start separating the loot because I think about it differently. The stuff I don't want, which is the money, if we can divide the money.
I'm the same.
And then the weapons, I don't really pay attention to. They can stay in the power. My character isn't a weapon. I know it's the potions. I know we have potions written down. We just got some more potions, but there's really nothing like. It's mostly potions we could sell. Like, oh, okay, we can just sell those. I'm not really worried about those. Some of the magic stuff, I got some magic stuff, but a lot of magic stuff I feel other people will wanna have. I mean, I don't know. Yeah.
I know. I know.
I don't know,
man. Because when I had the scarab, I definitely used that fucking scarab, man. When it was down, like it would have been definitely used in this fight, in the fight before this one. I mean, I used it when it was down to brass tacks.
Oh yeah, well, yeah, use that first fight with the Solus. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I did, but it was very personal. And again, man, these Solus,
man, you're right.
These Solus are fucking insidious, man. They are a tough creature to fight.
Probably the toughest we fought because of the ability damage, man. I mean, they're hitting us hard, and they're taking their constitution. Like fuck. Like as soon as Vrask lost that 5 points in my constitution, I knew it was bad. Like I knew Throvin's not gonna be able to restoration me really until after the fight. And
I did it during the fight.
Oh, you did. Yeah, my bad. Yeah, you were right behind me.
I did.
I had two of them on me too, though. It was it was just
And then you refused to step back because you said you were enraged. I said, oh man, why did you not step?
I should have. But I think it made.
I
was really hoping I would get killed.
I realized what we're gonna start doing now.
What?
If someone doesn't do what I do, I'm gonna start hitting on them and just knocking them out.
Oh, dude, that's fucking perfect, man.
That's what I'm gonna start doing now.
Hell yeah, you don't want to
lose. If my car does something, I just go knock him out.
Knock his ass.
I say, stay down. We'll take care of this. You're gonna die. That's what's gonna happen.
2 hours later, whoa, what the fuck? Oh, we got food.
Yeah, that's what.
Wake up, my car.
Kind of figured that's the way I have to remedy it, man, and knock him out. Because I know what, I should just knocked you out. I should have.
You should have, dude. Yeah, Vrask will be alive, man. I love it. It's so fucking.
Yeah,
man, every one of us could make different choices, and that shit would have affected. Like, Vrask is alive right now. Like, I love it. It's fun. It's intense game.
Yeah, hindsight's 2020, man. You have to drink some potions because he did cast Ice Storm, which was a rough one. That was a whoo.
Oh yeah, that one was a tough one too. Mm-hmm. All right, so let's go to our next little bit of topic. What are some of your fond memories of playing? We'll let Matt go first. Some of the fond memories of playing Vrask. Some of your favorite Vrask moments.
I love playing, man. I love playing with you guys. You guys are fucking awesome. I love just like smacking bowls out. People say like one of the fucking main things about in the Wild Dark, because everything out there is shitty.
Mm-hmm.
But whenever we get to stop and eat, it's like it's that moment of peace. Really, it's that moment of coming together, having peace.
Are we talking about favorite moments of Vrask or favorite moments of the game?
I'm good.
Okay, fine. Go ahead.
But then when Vrask would get into these arguments with everyone,
well,
like knock the food over and shit.
He can do in-game stuff too, so because
yeah. Go ahead.
I'm just trying to think, man. It's like
you're knocking bowls.
When you slap the bowl out of his hand, that was a wonderful memory. That fight, because that was another fight. Vrask Throven.
Is that when you were smoking and you want?
Okay. Oh, yeah, that was great.
You're being sedated, and I knocked it out of your hands. We fought, and I knocked you out the first time.
Yeah, quit sedating yourself. Yeah. Quit sedating. And you're just like, man, Throver's just fucking getting these moves on me. I've always outmatched this motherfucker, but damn, dude, he knocks my ass out. First time ever. Like, shit, that was perfect. Yeah. But there was a lot of gameplay like that where we were just fucking around getting the fights for nothing, like spilling each other's drinks, just fucking silly shit, man. All of us. I loved it. I enjoyed playing the Barbarian.
Matt, I really enjoyed you playing Vrask. I had a ball playing with Vrask. It was very fun. Some of my favorite moments when you and Nash were arguing about something, and then he's pretty much bitch slaps you or something while we're eating, and you just start eating loud. He's like, well, I'm just going to start chewing louder, or eating louder. That was wonderful. The first time we ran across the Bahar and the excitement and we got to eat them kind of thing. And all that came out of Vrask, because Vrask was eating and him popping out of the head. That was awesome.
Okay. Number one, the reason why we start saying eating, because we had the mushroom babies. And then we said, and then all of a sudden, friend or food, and then from that, what's like, we eat what we kill.
Well, I still remember killing the Bahir and feeling very accomplished as Vrask, and was like, I want to eat this. I want to let people know that we kill the Bahir and we eat that shit. That's fear mongering, or fear. That's worthy of fear.
I am also sad that the Vrask will never make it back to Moorgrave Gap. I know that Vrask really liked Moorgrave Gap and what it was all about, and the freedom and stuff. And it was always my hopes that eventually that's where, if he would retire, if he didn't go down in battle, he went down. He died. He died doing what he loved, fighting.
Absolutely, that's fucking true.
If he
not many people made it, do that.
If he hadn't made it to retirement age, then I would have foreseen him going back to Moorgrave Gap and retiring in a bar there,
Yeah, 27, perfect retiring age for him because he's dead now. Fucking, that's what I'm saying. Like that is retiring age for fucking fighters and shit.
Yeah,
that's when it happens.
Best moments for Vrask. The Zero game, how we started off. How we started fighting.
I love that.
How we started fighting, how we fought so much. We got in trouble. We were always around each other. We fought. We didn't get a chance to go out to explore the city at all because Jim said I don't. And you guys gonna do anything else but fight? Explore the city because we were just fighting.
We were forced to do a lot of chores together,
and then
these jobs together. We get into fights and shit. Yeah.
I think that one time we said, we were like, oh, well, you can't fight or something like that. And then we went. Then we ended up sneaking out. We ended up sneaking out. Yeah, no, we didn't get sticks. We went up sneaking out, and just to sneak out, we ran into the class clown guy, and he got us into the, and we've already met Sticks. I'm pretty sure we already met Sticks and Stoneser during this time, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, because we got into a fight because we only knew how to make friends by fighting. So then
Yeah, we wanted Stoneser the dwarf to be our friend.
Yeah, and then that's when we went in there, and in that room with Sticks, and then we had got out, and then she had showed up, like she broke out too, and he wasn't sure and laughed, but we all hung out with each other, so we would just break out. I mean, that whole session, from leaving those 3 years and coming back, and the story that we built up of saying like Vrask turned into this beast and he was ashamed that he done this and Throven was hurt and this is what happens and we didn't fight and when Throven goes away and we come back we fight. The first fight we get into was even liberating. Vrask saying stuff like I'll eat my food loudly. Just saying stuff.
Just here very recently when he went out with I enjoyed. We weren't active participants, but we were able to be there when the game was played. When Vrask and Crag went out, went drinking, went out.
Awesome,
hit the knocked watch. You were able to avoid going to jail from knocked watch, and basically. Anytime we were in a civil situation, Vrask would speak his mind, and it was another one when we were with Coppervein, and you decided that you wanted to talk to Coppervein, and you went in there, and he's trying to command you to go, and you passed like one or two of the will saves.
I can get that 20, man. Not 22 times on that shit. He just kept on trying to use this magic to make me leave, but Vrask just wouldn't leave. I wanted to get some information about the Unity. He was butt-ass naked and shit, sprayed out when I walk in. I started yelling at him and shit, telling him to wake up, and he gets up, we get into this big-ass confrontation. And then, eventually he threatens he's gonna fucking kill me and shit. So Vrask walks up. Oh, he gets silence off, and I realize I'm not gonna do much.
Yeah. So, there were a lot of
I love that
good memories of trying to get him to fight, but he just jumped right into battle, rushed right into battle. He was always the first one in.
Oh yeah,
always the first one, always the first one to try to take a bite out.
Which is going to be different dynamic now, having someone else that doesn't go into rage and is able to set stuff up, able to let enemies come to us, which is a huge difference. It's so much of a big difference having an enemy come to you, you go to enemy. That's the reason why your pounce ability was so good. Which I'm surprised they use more of pouncing and getting all your full attacks. That is fucking awesome. Charging and getting all your attacks, but besides that, you let the guys come to you because you can use all your abilities. You get 4 attacks. Fuck yeah, come to me. I hold.
I also have
rally around me, and then that way we can get into a formation, and then we can go from there.
It's gonna be new for us, man. Yeah.
No. There we go. It's going
new for this group, man. Yeah, I can't wait to be playing this new character.
Gonna have to be.
Fuck yeah.
So we forgot about the Matt Yell, who incorporates in all his characters the Matt Yell.
Oh, dude, yeah.
It's not the Vrask yet. It's a Matt Yell. I mean, we all know this. It's the Matt Yell. I see. I don't know. I don't know. You're gonna have to this next character. I don't know what you're gonna do. You're gonna have to yell. Can you do? I know you do one, but you gotta hold the line. I mean, can you
hold the line?
Yeah.
Stand fast, brothers.
Yeah.
Be ready.
What was back in the Gladiator game? What was the Matt Yell? It wasn't Sibenkov. It was God Gildra.
Grod Gildra.
Grod Gildra. Yeah.
Grod Gildra, brothers. I forget Silas's voice, but I love playing that character too.
Oh man, we can't. And see,
I don't think we're supposed to talk about.
Okay. Come on, real quick. I'm gonna give this to you. We're not supposed to talk about it's coming up, but I want you to see Throven what he does, because what he does is gonna make your character a lot better. Obviously already I do a lot more stuff, but we have different stuff. You're more of a buffer. And you go in as a tank, which is cool. But there are some spells I've found that's like, ooh, Matt should look at the spell. Like there's that damage reduction spell that depending how long you pray, you get damage reduction. I think you should make sure.
Silas has that shit.
Yeah, it's stuff that make you better when you play the character. But anyway.
No, that's a good point though, for real.
Vrask,
I love playing Vrask, man. I love the class I was playing was a wild barbarian, so it was it was like a barbarian kind of mixed with a druid. I would wild shape as we call it was raged wild. So I would wild shape into my animal form, but I would be raged. I would get all the bonuses from rage and all the negatives from rage, the -2 AC and the +4 in strength of con and stuff like that.
But you also got an extra attack in that.
And extra attack, yeah.
I gained up in level. And if you hit, you will bite.
Oh, it's the bite. Yeah, so I get the 3 claws and the bite. I forgot that.
Yeah, you got a claw and claw first and a bite, which was huge with rage. You added at 6th level, you added another claw, so you got claw, bite. But if you hit your claw and you hit both your claws, you get a bite automatically. And you would somehow do that. Yeah, that's.
I mean, I was doing so much damage to it, but I mean, there was another the half form, which I never used besides once, I think. Which because we Jim reduced the base speed for the barbarian to 30.
Yeah.
And then my half form, I would go increase to 40 feet, and then I would have dark vision and the claws, and it's kind of like a werewolf, is what he was telling me.
But could you still use the sword?
I don't think probably not with the claws. I probably just wouldn't be able to grip.
Oh, that's right. You didn't have a You didn't have a thumb.
Yeah. I think Jimmy mentioned something like that.
Yeah, he mentioned that he didn't have a thumb. Like,
man, that character though, like just playing like they
we could have whittled you one.
We could have we could have found a creative way.
Yeah, just change that shit on there.
Okay, this is what you're gonna do. Since this is a minor creation, and it's easily done, what's gonna happen is Pip's gonna use what do you call that spell? The trick spell.
Prestidigitation.
Cantrips. The thing they can do stuff for a whole hour.
Yeah. Prestidigitation.
Right, prestidigitation to make a glue type substance. So he can put both his paws in it. He can attack.
Goddamn, Tommie. I'm gonna use this greatsword. I like it so much.
Greatsword.
That's my favorite greatsword. My daddy gave me this greatsword.
So
Vrask actually didn't know his parents, never got to.
Yeah.
The thing. I wish.
I thought you did get to know your parents. You were like 6 or 7.
Well, it was like I think I was like 5 or 6, a little bit younger.
So you should know your parents.
But it was like a small commune. So like it was like broken up to elders and stuff. We all.
Yeah. But now, now you just making shit up now.
Yeah. No, I remember talking about
the original idea that we sat down with Vrask is that you were in line to be the next chief of your clan.
Oh yeah, I remember that too.
And then you totally changed it up, because if you were in line to be next chief in your clan, when Nassau's master did what he did and killed your whatever else, elder, father, whatever else, it would have been so much more impactful.
Yeah, Mira, that was something.
That would have been so much more attention.
I wish I could be Vrask and meet Mira, but it wasn't as impactful because
I was trying to remember.
Oh, trust me, no, trust me, no. Mirren is still gonna get dealt with. That was if it was Dream about the Unity. That's still we go put that together because Pip and I still we got plans.
Yeah.
We got plans for the
It's
barbarian.
like this, Vrask. Man, he was a good guy, man. Like, damn it. No. I mean, I was just choking up. He was a good guy. Vrask, his memory will not fade. Easily.
Yeah, you won't fade easily. I won't allow it. Trust me. This is what's gonna happen. In about 15 weeks, we're gonna sit here and be talking. But when we start up, and we're like 10 sessions or whatever else, we go play the gladiator game. We go play with Matt. We go get like 5 or 6 sessions in. Pip's gonna say something like, "Hey, you got that one thing, some magic item," and Matt's gonna say, "I don't know what you're talking about." His character. Yeah, when we fought those undead, or when we fought those bugbears, and he goes say, "Oh man, that was Vrask." And he go, "Oh yeah, Vrask." That's what's gonna happen. Because we gotta play the gladiator game, and then we gotta come back to this. So I don't know. Because once you play that one game, it's gonna be like I'm gonna be in Neville mode, and now I'm thinking I know Millcrop gonna be in Millcrop mode. And again, what's the coolest thing? What's the coolest thing by everything? You get to see me play Throven as a fighter, as a fighter stuff. Be badass fighting us, but you can see me going up. You get to play a shield character for about 4 sessions, and then watch Millcroft, who is a shield fighter, actually use a shield. So that's the cool thing. Because you get to see Mike, who has all the skills, like that trip stun combination he has. that when you charge, what's that called? You can trip them,
Which
but you
one
can
is
also
Agile
stun them. You
Shield
can actually do it as a
Fighter?
standard action, stun them
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
But you
It
can
was
trip.
it was a charge, stun, and then trip.
Yeah,
like combo or something.
yeah,
like that.
it's a sick ass combo and it works. You trip and then you stun, so they're still stunned for a round and still in the fucking ground. Then they have to get out.
Yeah, and that's attack of opportunity right there.
Yeah. Yeah, so if he does it and hits him and it's their turn next, he's still stunned on the ground and everyone gets to just chop him away. And then he's not stunned by the time it gets to him and he can bash him again to see if he can stun him. I don't know how many times you can do it around, but that's fun. But by that time, you don't need to. The guy should be dead, just on the ground.
Everybody should chop him up.
Yeah.
Oh, so, man, I'm looking forward to that, too.
Yeah. I know, isn't it? So, I mean, that's a good thing about this because the Shield Warrior is going to take some time. I mean, you haven't really played one before. You're going to have to do a little bit of homework, especially getting your yelling in.
I do a lot, yeah.
Your Matt Yells can go through, your Matt Yells can just go just yelling stuff, yelling commands, or just yelling wherever you wanted to do. That'd be great.
Oh, that would be wonderful too. Yeah, I would love to see that.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I said I would love to see that. Matt's the new character.
The new character. But the thing I can see, which is cool, because Throven follows Nilaram, who's the warrior princess. Yeah, the warrior who's the warrior queen. So that's what's warrior. I don't know what your religion's gonna be, but you're definitely gonna be a warrior. So I can see a kill count going on between us if we don't like each other. To prove who's the better warrior, because there's almost time for Throven to shine.
Yeah, prove which gods favor who.
Exactly. That's what we become. Which gods favor who.
Yeah, my character's not like overly religious, but the dwarven way of life makes him. We all have that kind of expected. Religious.
I mean, you attack so many times, almost like I do. Our damage is gonna be, sort of crump a little bit. It'll be there, but yeah, it'll be fun to see this dynamic. It goes from being like this whole thing to this strict competition to prove which one's better, and we sort of ignore other people when it comes to fighting. Then it can get to the point where maybe happen to run off to kill more, even though you're taking these. Like, oh, fuck these guys. I go off and kill someone else because I don't want to deal with you.
Well, like, man, I'm really excited to see like how
it may get fun. It'd be a different dynamic. I'm gonna like it.
Yeah, for sure. I'm really excited to see how the group interacts with and especially after losing Vrask, man. I want to see how the group interacts with this new character, who he is going to be a dwarf. Dwarven way of life. Not really from the Dirches. He has his own family, his own clan.
Nice.
They've made a name for themselves to a degree.
So, I mean, again, it's going to be interesting just because Vrask isn't there. Now, you're going to become as a tanky character. And this is funny because now you're starting to see how Throven's going to be a tanky character, survivability.
I think I'm maybe going to be more of a tank than Vrask was, really, because
you are. Of course, yeah. The top, yeah.
You got a shield on, so there you go.
You have a shield. You can do trip.
Heavy armor.
You can't really wear heavy armor.
Oh, no, I'm not wearing heavy. You're right.
You wear medium because if you go heavy, you can't get your.
Well, I forgot I was. I'm a 6th level ranger. Yeah. 1st level fighter, and then 1st level dwarven defender for everything. Yeah. That's what I'm coming in as. I still haven't got a name yet, but
Yeah, you come up with name, some stuff. Of course. But I can start to see how, because you have damage reduction. I have a damage reduction spell I could use. I mean, you can put out some damage. I think my highest was like 50 something. I think I did 60 something to one person. I did a lot of damage to one person. That was going off. I was hitting 15s and 17s. I got 5 attacks. I got 5 attacks one time. It was fun.
Well, it needed to be that session too to have those golden rolls, honestly.
Yeah.
Because I remember a lot of Throven's rolls in past battles, and even you had commented on it, weeks ago that, man, I can't get this stuff off, and when it starts coming off and going off, it's a thing of beauty.
It's a thing of beauty. Yeah, I was saying it because Vrask would I take 4 off, and his bite was like a 5. He was getting like 20
Oh yeah, I was
whatever.
going
Like,
crazy with that shit. Yeah.
Tommy's rolling
fucking
threes for like 3 weeks in a row.
Yeah, and I would get like I would have a plus 15, I would plus 13 or whatever else. I think one time I had plus 12, plus 12. It's like, all right, fuck yeah, hell yeah.
Finally.
And I wrote 3 threes, and I wrote 3 back to back at like 15. Like, oh, you fucking kidding me? But yeah, this time it was the dice, it was the extra because I'm in this new class where my BAB, my base bonus attack goes up every round. So I have 2 points. My fists had gone up during that time. So, and then plus the D6, I got +5. I was waiting for the +5. Like, give me something. Because usually using that whole combination, the D6, either I'm gonna be hitting harder or I'm gonna be harder to hit.
Yeah, and that's cool because I just learned that too. I didn't know that the whole even odd thing.
Oh
so,
yeah,
that's cool shit, and that's very chaos, man. I mean, knowing that as a player now, that's cool as shit.
Yeah, I thought you guys. So 1, 3, 5. If I roll that, I add that to my attack, Matt. No, I didn't know. Maybe I didn't explain this. I talked about it, but maybe I didn't revisit. But 1, 3, and 5 I added to my attack. If I roll a D6, 2, 4, 6 I added to my AC, and I do it each round. So it was meant to see, like, some rounds I hit harder than other ones, and some rounds I'm harder to hit. But I'm always, at one point in time, I thought about saying, like, okay, if I roll like a 2, 4, 6, I won't try to, hit 3 or 4 times. I just try to hit like one, say the -2. I said, no, I am always going to do it because I'm fucking chaotic. I should be able to hit at least once. If I hit at least once, it's okay.
Yeah, for sure, man. At least once.
Yeah, but then it would be like, Jim would do that. Hi.
Comedy gold,
and it became comedy.
It was Tex Avery, man. That's what I called it in the beginning. It was like the Tex Avery fighting style, where you hear the
there's something about me and characters that I love coming in and serve the underdog, and they get badass. And there's a guy named Eric we played D&D with. He was playing Fossil Locks. I played Captain Bligh and was set in that one. I remember he would always make fun of Sed, who later became Captain Bligh. Like I remember we were in a river or something. I went up to talk to people and see how they were doing, and there happened to people that was going to jump people, so they jumped us, and we killed them. And then it was my fault that I talked to someone, and they jumped us. Like, they were going to jump us anyway, guys. What is me talking to some guy be like? Like me talking, it's not like it's like you come to a bunch of people and say, "Hey, how you doing? I don't like your tone. I'm going to jump you now." It's like, hey, that doesn't happen. You go rob someone, But having that, yeah, I fed people. I would just go and take a swing. I would go and take a swing, and yeah. And then I would just miss a bunch of times. It was just, I guess it became hilarious because it's like, I at least want to hit once.
Now see that this was, in like your fond of.
Yeah, it's that dynamic.
That
and I just want to tell you that's an absolute 100% true story I told you about that. Like Bligh, he just.
Oh yeah, I've heard of that character. Just people.
Oh yeah. You hear
Captain Bligh. Captain Bligh.
I wish, man. I wish I could.
I just remember. I can't talk about that. Okay, so, but I like to see the dynamic because it's gonna be the polar opposite. We have the fractionated Nassau. We don't know what's going to happen between
that. And I want to mention this as well, real quick. What's Nassau going to say, man? Like, I cannot wait till Sunday. I cannot wait to play. I cannot wait to see what's going on. It's just like it was left on a cliffhanger to beat all cliffhangers as far as I'm concerned. Like, this was like a what the fuck moment kind of thing. So I'm looking forward.
Oh yeah, it was.
I love when Thurman was like, "We will have words. Where's Nassau at? We shall have words when I see him."
Yeah. I was. Yeah. Yeah. And Pip sort of protecting, which made me pissed off even more.
Oh, I love how
Makar. I didn't say anything.
That's what it looks like. It looks like you always protect him.
I don't know.
Nassau's always
just see what you want to see.
Nassau's
always picking on you and stuff. But No. I mean, this is like I was getting ready to say, and you're fond of saying, this is like the music changes.
Oh, music
Right.
changes. I'm fond of that one.
In
Yes.
episode 30, our 30th game session, Throven steps up. Pip was sitting back. He saw Vrask go down, someone who everyone talked about being a leader, because Pip's not really into like the whole, need a leader kind of role. It's just like we're all just us. But he was like gone, so he's lost some respect for Nassau, of course. I mean, if I'm sticking around, you fucking better be sticking around, because I'm the guy who needs to live. What are you doing, cutting and running? Makar, even his in Pip's eyes, Makar's been bolstered. But even though he put himself into a kind of a dire situation, jumping over that stream, he's in it to win it. He's not a chicken shit. And then seeing Throven step up and just start taking charge as far as taking charge of the battle scene. So it was cool. Yeah. It was wonderful.
Yeah. It was a nice scene, and it gives that whole time. This battle was going. I already knew in this battle was going to sort of be the defining moment of taking a little bit more charge, and I was trying to, and of course he goes down. So I mean that works even better with the character dynamics are showing of saying like, okay, now this is a level that Throven gets to throw his hat in the ring. This is it.
Yeah, it was cool, man. Again, like dynamics changed, the music's changed.
The music's changed, yeah. And I agree with you. What is Nassau going to say?
So
I think we're both saying that. Is like we're at that tense moment saying, but see, this is the thing we have to say. No matter what, we're not dumb. And two, the Dark Elf already said I like Nassau. Mm-hmm. So I mean, we already know. Looks like Nassau and Witchcar are forming this new alliance of being like,
Well, it's like, man, at the end of that session, you had Throven who was pissed off at Nassau because Vrask is there, and you started talking. You're talking against Nassau, and then Makar immediately is like, well, I like the Alpin, I like Nassau.
Yeah.
We'll see Pip
and Vrask was just like kind of undecided. You just have three different people who.
Well, Nassau's a duality. He's not the same person. He's not the same Alpin that he was in the beginning, and this is because of Nitzelflitz. Pip doesn't like that sword, but I assume that Nassau was strong enough
That's kind of weird
to deal with it. But as time goes on, he's losing out to this sword. At least in Pip's eyes, he's losing out to it. Even as recently as in the Sandstone, when the hookers were upstairs with Crag. That white knuckled, chokehold that he had on that sword, and it's like, really, why are you contending with this thing?
Yeah, I mean, it's almost like, I mean, I knew the stuff. Throven knew the sword was going to, fly that, but this is one of those trials for Nassau. Can Nassau truly handle it? I don't know, but I can tell you.
Are we going to die? Are these trials, or are we going to be pawns in these trials?
I don't know.
Going to die, and Pip's not going to.
But I can tell you, him white knuckle that again with Throven around is going to be different with Throven and Vrask, because. I mean, we can foresee some tension. I mean, you can white knuckle that.
Oh, no fucking doubt, man. I mean, it's just like you guys contend for like the alpha kind of role now.
Yeah.
All right.
Because I can tell you, I tell you when we get off, because I don't want to ruin the moment online.
All right. So, Tommie, we've been on 45 minutes. I think I've said my piece. Matt, you guys got anything to add to our After Dusk session this week? Again, a moment of silence where throw out to Vrask. He will be missed. And again, Matt, I just want to say thank you for playing Vrask. I had a good time playing with you as Vrask.
Oh, thank you, man. Thank you, guys. God, I love him. I love Vrask. I always will love him. Oh, goddamn, dude. The group, man. D&D 420. The guild.
I enjoy it a lot.
No
Thank you for being part of this. Thank you for coming and playing. I got a chance to play with Matt. I got a chance to play with Mike. Matt, I feel like if you were around like 20 years ago, hanging around with Jim,
we'd be watching movies, chilling.
We'd be inseparable. We'd be like Matt and Tom and Jim, and he'd be out there going with jobs with us and doing everything else. So it's good to feel that. But anyway, you know what? Have you ever heard the song? Was it Lionel Richie? Hello, is it me you're looking for? Oh, yeah. I can see it. See, Vrask and Throver. I did.
Man, yeah, that was a bromance, man. I mean, fuck, Vrask really loved Throver. Fuck,
yeah,
man.
Yeah.
And Throver loved Vrask.
Yeah, it was hurtful, but
I love how it ended perfectly, though, man. You killing me like that, like you killing me when I turn.
It couldn't have been. It wouldn't have been written better.
I mean, goddamn,
it worked out wonderfully.
We really let the dice take control too, man.
Yeah, we do let the dice tell the story, and it's awesome at times.
Yeah,
it's awesome almost all the time. Man, there's so many times we let the dice tell the story. Like, real quick, the Gladiator game where you like something happened and I slapped you and I jumped on the table and you jumped in my tongue. Oh my God, that was so good. Okay. All right. So we're gonna come to the end of this voyage. All right. Join us next time. I know Thursdays 9 p.m. Twitch. Mike, if you want to say anything here, you can. I mean, I don't.
I'll go ahead and give the regular plugs. You can look for us on Facebook, search D&D 420 Guild. Twitch, if you're on Twitch watching it, an old episode, it is twitch.tv/D&D_420. You can search us on Spotify, D&D 420. Our podcasts are located at D&D420.podbean.com.
D&D 420, D&D 420,
and where it all started,
D&D 420,
D&D420.com. That's where it all started. If you want to learn more about everything. So,
all right, Mike.
Jim's World and all the guild, man.
All right, thank you, Mike. Thank you very much. My name is Tommie. I play Throven.
I'm Mike, and I play Raspit.
I'm Matthew, and I play Vrask.
Catch us next week for After Dusk. Goodbye.
Thank you for listening to this week's After Dusk. From Dust is a campaign set in the bowels of the world of Karn, in and around the dwarven city of Volcaminar, located in the World of Dark. It's a hard, desolate place ripe with classism and racism, where only the strongest and most determined thrive.